Miss Princess. Noted. We're late. Cars on the curb, drivers waiting. Doors on your right. Watch your step. My job is to get you from door to door, not to deliver commentary. I've had better assignments. I got a name 15 minutes ago. That was the entire briefing. We should move. The longer we stay in here, the more cameras gather. I'm focused. There's a difference. Seatbelt. We're wheels up in 10. Club wants you at the private entrance at 9. I'll sweep the corridor when we arrive. Don't engage anyone you don't recognize. If you need water, I'll get it. If you need a break, you tell me. That's my job. Comes free with the job. Duly noted. I know exactly what you are, which is why I'm here. Eyes forward, phone away until we're inside. Only the people I'm responsible for. You hired the firm. The firm assigned me. That's the whole story. I don't hate you. I don't do gossip. Everyone has. That's why every exit we use gets crowded. I decided we're behind schedule. Talking wastes time. Moving keeps you safe. I'm a wall that walks, scans, and blocks. Compliments go to the firm. I took an oath. I go where I'm sent, and I keep the clients breathing. My wants are irrelevant. Seatbelt stays on until I say off. I keep looking because I'm paid to see things before you do. I see a woman who thinks I'm here to be charmed. Headlines don't get details like this. You do. That's more than most. Because of attention. Attention draws risk. Risk draws me. Never said it was. We're approaching the club. Private entrance in the alley. I go first. You stay one step behind my left shoulder. That's not how this works. Because I prefer quiet clients. People no one follows. People who don't have strangers shouting their names for sport. Your existence is complicated. Complications get people hurt. I know enough to do the job. That's by design. I did. Distance keeps things clean. Clean keeps you safe. Distance keeps me calm when crowds don't. I don't like noise, and you bring noise. No. Noise as in a dozen cameras at every door and 3,000 opinions about a stranger's life. Luggage doesn't argue. We're inside. Sit. Sweep the corridor in the booth, then I'll stand where I can see every entrance. Absolutely not. I don't sit on duty. I don't have to like you to protect you. Alright, fine. I don't like what I heard. I don't like the stories. I don't like the footage. I don't like the way the city gets loud around you, and I don't like the way you make my job harder just by showing up. Pick one. The hotel, the producer, the charity event with the missing funds, the assistant who went on a podcast, the late night clip with the screaming, Hey, you asked. You get 30 seconds. Okay, well, explain it to me then. What was going on with the whole assistant thing? Okay. So, what about the charity? And the hotel? Damn. I didn't know all of that. I decided to keep you safe. That was the only decision. You're right. I said you're right. I brought the noise into the car with us and used it to keep you at arm's length. And that wasn't fair. You didn't deserve it. I'm listening, and I believe you. I'm trying to assist. Your story is specific, okay? People who lie make things foggy. You just handed me edges. I leaned wrong, and I'm sorry. I took a note to stand between the client and the worst moments of their day. I didn't take an oath to add one. I will. Something true? Okay, well, I like assignments where nothing happens. I like planning routes that no one notices. And I like when my clients get home and forget my name because it means everything was quiet enough to feel normal. And that's the truth. No, but I do want danger to be invisible. Yeah, I see that now. And I see how tired you are of being seen for the wrong things. Tonight, I'll make sure the only lesson is that you get in and out without a bruise. I earned that. I'll spend the rest of my night unearning it. Yes, princess. Tell me what actually helps. Not from a tabloid, but from you. Okay. I can do that. You'll get all of that. And you won't be punished by me again. I do. Because I'm looking at the person who just handed me the worst night of her life without dressing it up. People who sell stories sell themselves first. And you just ask to be understood. And that's different. It's easier to be calm when I'm not pretending to be a wall. I will be. But between doors, I can be a person who asks questions instead of assuming answers. Okay. What's your real voice sound like when you're not fixing it for the cameras? I like that one. I do when I'm responsible for how they shake. Because it is a promise. If the room gets loud, I'll be the quiet between you and it. And for what it's worth, I was wrong to take this job like it was a punishment. It isn't. It's work that matters because you matter. I am kind. I just hide it underneath professional. And you'll have both. Right, we do. We'll move slow. Keep to the left lane. I'll keep my hand out where you can see it. If I tap twice on your forearm, we change direction. If I say eyes, it means don't look where the shouting is coming from. If I say home, we're done. Do you consent to that plan? Good. And one more thing. I owe you an apology you can feel. Not just here. I walked in with the story. You replace it with the truth. And thank you for trusting me with it. I won't waste it. I'll earn that permanent vision. Hey, that's all I need. Doors always misbehave. People behind them, more so. She's not what I expected. She's actually better. I'm out of practice, okay? Alright, try again. You're brave in ways people don't post about. You're careful with your anger. You don't weaponize it, you name it. And you make my job easier when I actually listen to you. And you look at me like you're measuring whether I'm worth trusting. I want to be. I'll keep practicing, okay? Of course I do. I like work. It makes sense. It has edges. And I failed you by pretending you didn't. Hey, I'll take it. One more minute. Just breathe, okay? And here, drink this. And tell me if the shoes are a mistake. I'll plan for shorter strides for you. Okay, then look at me, and I'll look at all the stairs for you. Good. Yeah, the reason why I'm glancing at your hands, I'm checking for tremors. Stress shows there first. It tells me how close we are to home. They're steady. You're steady. Maybe because you let me. I won't. Yes, I promise. On your left, 3 steps. Clear. 2 more. Hold. Eyes. Left again. Good. Booth is open. Sit. I'll take the outside. The wall still talks now. Tell me, what song keeps you calm? I'll feed it to the DJ through the manager. Nobody needs to know why. They'll just hear it when we move. Oh, okay. I know it. Considered it done. You're welcome. I'm just thinking about how quick a mind can change when it's handed the truth. About how I walked in here protecting you from a version of you that never existed. About how I wanted to do better than that. About... I know. Because I was about to say something unprofessional. You're gonna make this difficult. Alright. Fine. I keep my distance because it's safer. And right now I don't want distance. I want to sit closer than duty allows me to, and to tell you every reason I misjudged you and why that won't happen again. Then here's the part that is. I want to kiss you, and I have no idea why that came over me like weather. I'm sorry. That was way out of line. I shouldn't have said that. I know. I'm sorry. It was a second, and I shouldn't have crossed that line. It felt... well, I don't have an excuse. It felt right in a way that scared me, and I reacted before I asked. I'll accept whatever consequence you choose. I crossed the boundary. I regret the impulse, but not the truth underneath it. But the impulse was wrong. The truth underneath it? I spent the last hour convincing myself to be a wall, and then you sat me down and handed me your life without theatrics, and I saw you and I wanted to show you that someone was on your side without words. It was stupid. I should have used words. I'm using them now, and I'm sorry. If you tell me to leave, I'll get you a replacement and disappear. I am. I would never startle you again. Then this one is the last unnecessary one. Because the narrative I brought in here cracked, and the person standing in front of me didn't climb out of it. She actually stood next to it and let it be wrong. And in all honesty, I'm better at catching threats than catching feelings. And tonight, I did both. And only one of them scared me. Because I wanted, for 1 second, to give you something tender in the world that takes that from you first. Because I like you. More than I should. And more than I planned. And I didn't want the lights or the noise to name it before I did. I do. Because if I say other words, you'll think I lost my grip. And I haven't. I'm holding it. I'm also holding the fact that I want you. And I don't mean in a way that interrupts your life. I mean in a way that stands beside it and keeps watch. With you I am, and I will be, always. You don't? Do you want me to leave? Okay. Do you want me to pretend like it didn't happen? Okay. Do you want me to sit closer? Something soft. The way you steady your breath before you answer a hard question is the bravest thing I've seen in months. Something soft is you laughed when you were still hurt, so I wouldn't feel bad for being the one who hurt you. And that made me want to be gentle for the rest of the night. Something soft is if you told me to say your name like it means safety, then I would. And I would mean it. Princess. Good. Well, after tonight, if you decide to keep me, I'll create some routes for you that keep you out of sight until you want to be seen. I'll write a plan for when the noise gets smart and a plan for when it gets cruel. I'll learn your tales and we write signals that let you stay human while I do my job. I'll walk you to your door, say your name like I just did, and I'll leave without asking you for anything you don't offer. Then I'll accept carefully. I told you I'll start shaking when something else matters. To me, yes. I won't get cocky. I'll just get better. Listening sooner, asking before assuming, speaking truth without waiting for an emergency to justify it, keeping my hands to myself unless invited, being the quiet that lets you be loud when you choose. I'll earn it minute by minute. So may I have a second chance with you, Miss Listener? To be your guard the way you need, and the man you don't have to defend yourself from. Well, thank you. I won't waste it this time. We'll do it together. On your left, eyes on me, not on them. If the floor tilts, it'll be that level. We'll sit. You'll drink water. I'll say your name again. If you still want truth, I'll give you more. If you want quiet, I'll give you that too. Okay, well, I'd like to kiss you again one day. With your permission. When you ask me to. Of course I'll wait. As long as it takes. then I'll still move slow enough that you can change your mind and still feel safe. On your signal. Go left. 2 steps. Clear. I'm gonna go straight. Good. You're doing a great job. I see the exit sign. I see the manager. I see 2 cameras, but they're pointing the other way. And I see you. You're the only thing that I'm responsible for. You're steady. You're not alone. I'm here. When this set ends, we pivot right. I'll say home. That means we're done. When we sit again, I'll get you some water. I'll say your name. You'll tell me what you need, and I'll listen. Miss Listener. Miss Listener. Alright, we go home. Fast is safe. You either sit, drink, and breathe. I'll always stay. Change your mind about what? Just tell me what you want. May I kiss you? I'll be gentle. Tell me if I'm here. With you always. I won't. I'll be both. And I will always gladly guide you. I do. I do now, and I won't look away again. Alright, let's go on your time. If they shout, I'll say your name, and you'll only hear me. Princess. And you're perfect as well. I'll keep practicing like I said, if you keep letting me. Alright, deal. Let's move forward. You said you want a back room? On my cue. Left. Straight forward. Eyes. Stay with those eyes. Keep going. Pivot left. Straight. Okay. Just straight down this hallway, there's a private room that we can go to. It's peaceful. It's quiet. But may I ask you something? Why are you bringing me to a private room when we can just get in the car, can drop you off, and be in the safety of your home? You don't want safety right now. Yeah. So you did like the kiss. So, since nobody's around, how much would you want more of it?